Man, this is nice. Oh, hey guys. How's it going? I'm just, hanging out on a tropical island, just living my best life. What about the rest of the people in the world who are suffering and dying and breathing smoke from fires? They'll be fine. I mean, my best life is doing things for me. And that's a fact, right? Is that objectively true? Let's make this more realistic here. All right. There, that's better. Now we can proceed. How do you like my hat? Yeah? Pretty sweet. All right, enough of the games. So, since I've introduced to you our argument of fact essay, it's important that you become familiar and accustomed to some of the resources that I'm giving you. So we've got the fallacy handout and the crap test handout. And so we're going to talk about those a little bit here. So first off, the fallacies handout, it's just 13 of the most common, most important fallacies that you're going to have to deal with, either in arguments that you're going to come across during your research for this essay, or even just in your own argumentation to make sure that you steer clear of these or you realize what they are when they're being thrown at you. So on the fallacies handout, pull it up, look at it right now, print it out. You need to understand these things and you are going to be quizzed on it. Originally, I was planning on doing a fallacy meme assignment where you were supposed to find memes that unintentionally had fallacies in them. This was inspired by my 13-year-old niece's Instagram feed, but she didn't get back to me with the Instagram accounts or the hashtags that she follows, so we're just going to do a quiz, which is actually going to be a lot easier on you. So happy birthday if it's your birthday. We're going to party like it's your... Nope. Party by having a quiz on fallacies. So what you'll see, make sure that you notice that there is the name of the fallacy, and I don't care if you know the Latin, either the shortest name for the term or the simplest to remember. I don't care. So there's the term, then the definition, then you have an example of it, and then you have an explanation of why that example fits the fallacy. And so what you can do is you can cover up the explanation and you can look at the fallacy name, the definition, and the example of it and try and figure out for yourself why it works. And then when you uncover the explanation, if your explanation was accurate to that or somewhere along those lines, you'll know that you're getting it. There's going to be an exercise on the back page. Try going through that and seeing what you can come out with. You're not getting graded on this, but you will be graded on the quiz, so this is something useful for you to do to practice. You're going to be able to have your notes out when you take the quiz anyway, but it's not about passing the quiz, it's about actually being able to understand these fallacies and discern them and make sure that you don't make them, as well as make sure that other people aren't going to try and pull these on you, because they are all over the place. I'm not joking. So in order to be able to navigate around them and argue against them properly, you really need to be able to understand them in a practical way. So remember a name for them. Remember as simple of a definition as you can. You won't be quizzed on the definition. You're going to be given examples and it's going to be matching. So try doing that. That's one resource for you. And this, of course, is also your list of the fallacies we're going to focus on the most in this class. But I've also put a YouTube playlist for going over the fallacies under whatever module this is. I think it's week 5, but it depends on whatever semester you're watching this for. So right now, we're not going to go over these fallacies together because there are other people who have already done a much better job of going over them. So you have this handout, you have a playlist of YouTube videos that you can go through if you want. There's that resource. You don't have to watch all of them. You don't have to watch any of them. If you can figure it out just from this handout, then that's fine. Once you feel like you are pretty sure about how these fallacies work, then you'll go to the quiz on Canvas, and this is how you get there. Yep, go right there. and then you just start the quiz. You will only have one chance to do the quiz, but you have as long as you need. There is no time limit on it. So just make sure that you are sure of all your answers. There's 13 questions and it's matching. It'll look like you're just starting one question, but all of them are in there, and that is worth 13 points. So depending on if you get any of those wrong, it will all equal out to 13 points for matching the fallacy term with the fallacy example. So make sure you take your time with it and make sure it's done by the due date on the course outline. So that's it for the logical fallacies handout. Now let's talk about the crap test handout.